furnace.
Okay. No, it needs to scoot over a lot more. It's like nowhere near you, and I don't want that door to be in. I'm sorry, guys, if you're new here. Hi, my name's Rissy. Yeah, that's turning away from me. My name's Rissy. That's
Good.
Austin. Yeah. We are live on YouTube and.
Good, everybody.
Actually, let's try to do our intro like we said we were gonna do it yesterday.
Okay.
Alright. Hi, my name is Rissy, and
I'm
that's.
Austin.
And we're live on YouTube
And TikTok.
Thanks for joining, you guys. That's our first time doing that. I hope it turned out okay. This is actually our first time doing a live in this room, since it looks like
Soon
this.
to be our church. You guys are gonna see me preaching in a couple days.
Announcement, you guys. Yeah, this is gonna be our new church setting. So we kind of set it up like this. I don't know if it's gonna work like this forever, but we're just kind of getting started. So yeah. But if you're
We're like
here,
not in this one at all.
no, I'm in it.
No, you're not. Not enough.
No, stop.
Hey,
Leave that off
perfect.
of
No,
me.
you're beautiful.
No, don't do that. I don't like that. No, I'm gonna scoot this over a lot more then.
Everybody's here yet.
Alright, well anyway, we are gonna be talking about what to do, right? Okay, so basically like,
What to do when?
is the dead contacting you, or has the dead ever tried to contact you? And if the dead hasn't tried to
Sam, what's
contact
good,
you,
Sam? Hey.
what are you gonna do in the case or the scenario that the dead does try to contact you? Okay, let's talk about that.
Not in this house, but I know where some are. They're black.
Yeah, we don't have any disposable gloves right now, Sam. But
if the dead try to contact me, what do you do?
what would you do?
What do you mean if they try like
Like,
ring?
Back away from me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Is that what we're doing, or are we going some other kind of route? I don't know.
So this is opening up the question for guardian angels, like if they exist, you know.
Okay.
It's like, do you believe guardian angels exist?
I don't believe that. So I don't know. But what do you think?
I don't know, my mind's going into a tunnel because it's like there were so many angels at so many of the like biblical events, right? There was an angel at Jesus' birth. There was an angel at Jesus' death. There was an angel that came to Paul. There was an angel that came to Peter. So it's like they could, but I don't think your guardian angel is your family though. I don't think it's your family.
Yeah. Well, I don't know even the scenarios that you're talking about, but let's just say if somebody dies, do you think that they can come back and talk to you? Because that's a pretty, like, known thing that people talk about.
Because if we're talking about the grave,
Hey.
right? What's
How
up,
are you?
little go and get 'em?
Go and get them. Okay. Hey, what's up? So we're talking about, do you think the dead can contact you, or do you think it's all misbelief stuff? Do you think it's fake? Do you think it's demons that knew about people that lived in the past and now they're posing as them? Like, what do you think? Your child just died.
I'm sorry.
I hope that that's not true, but if it is,
I hope it's not true as well.
we will definitely, and if it is, we will definitely be praying for you.
Okay, can we contact them? No, you're just.
Okay.
No.
So that's the
We're
thing.
not here to contact the dead. We're asking you guys your opinions, okay?
Yeah. So we're asking your opinions. If you guys think, can you contact the dead? What do you think?
I mean, I think that there is a.
Can you contact the dead?
I don't know. Like where?
Do you believe in the Ouija board shows? Like, when you watch the Ouija board shows, do you believe in them? Do you think that they're actually true? That somebody's there contacting the dead? Like, what do you guys think?
I don't know what that means. Coney.
What?
Coney.
Oh, going.
Sorry guys, I have really bad allergies right now in the spring season in America.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so.
But so I don't know. We're not getting a lot of interaction right now. So yeah, we're gonna. Should we? I don't know. What do you think? Personally, when I see the shows, I guess
I'm gonna type in.
I've always
life
thought.
after death.
Yeah, when I see the shows of like people contacting the dead, I've always kind of thought they were, right? Because you're in a prison, they're talking to a dude that was in the prison. He really did exist there. He was a real guy in the prison, and he's collecting some of the attributes that he had when he was alive and now into his death day. So yes, I always thought that that was real. Like those people were really stuck there in the prison. But now I'm starting to second guess, are those just demons that are taking on those attributes? Because the demons like are trying to mess with you basically. Like they're trying to get you into that world, and once they get you hooked, then you're like stuck, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I mean, demons could do that. They could pretend to be someone.
I don't believe that
That it's those people.
if you have accepted Jesus in your life, I don't think you stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think you stay here. I think you go. Cause look.
Yeah.
1 Thessalonians 4:14.
Thanks for liking, Chris.
Hey, much
Actually,
love. Thank you, Chris.
We just did a DoorDash order to a McDonald's order for a guy named Chris.
Wow.
So he was our first order.
So look, 1 Thessalonians 4:14.
That's
For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who sleep in Jesus.
So what does that mean? Like when you go to sleep in Jesus, right?
It means like if you are with Jesus, like right, if you live with Jesus, when you go to sleep, when you die, you
You're
go
with
to heaven. You go with Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. So like you're in heaven with Jesus or you're literally in Jesus. Like your souls, it says your souls return to God. And if it says your souls return to Jesus, it's basically also calling Jesus God because your soul is returning to them. So Chris, thanks for following. Big hearts to Chris.
Hey, thank you, Chris.
And Bubba
Big
for
hearts.
liking the live.
Thank you,
guys
Bubble.
for Bubble, sorry. Thank you guys so much for liking
Yeah, let's go.
and
Thank you for the
following.
heart emojis on YouTube. Big
Yes,
hearts for you.
we're
as
still
well.
actively trying to get to 2,500 subs on YouTube. And if you're new here, I'm Rissy. That's
Austin.
We're live on YouTube and on
You.
TikTok. And we do this, we're trying to do this at least once a week. But we'd definitely be live on Saturday because Austin's doing his first ever sermon. We like to talk about the Bible here.
We speak English. I'm sorry. I do not understand what you are writing in YouTube.
I know, I'm very sorry, but if you have a translator, type it into Google Translate from your language to English, and then put it in the translator.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you guys for like 122 on TikTok.
So yeah, we do like to talk about our Bible
He
series.
said, okay, bro, what's up? Yo, what's good, man?
We have our Bibles here, you guys.
Do
If
you
you have
remember
your
me?
Bible,
I eat poopy.
pull
No,
it out
I do not
because-
remember you. I eat poopy. I'm sorry. Did you change your name?
we try to give advice on here, but we try to make sure it's Bible based, and we talk about what you guys think too, because honestly, we don't know everything.
You know what?
learning.
We're talking about life after death. I'm just gonna go to Thessalonians because Thessalonians have
Where
a
are
bunch
you,
of
bro?
stuff.
We're in our house. This is our space for our church right now. So we're gonna be having our first church service on Saturday, you guys.
Hey.
So please join in for that. We will be live. It's gonna be at 11:30 on Saturday. So please join in. And yes, that's early. That's why we're trying to do. I said we'd try to do it early today, and we really didn't. We were gonna do it live at 12, but it got pushed back. So we did that
Cool.
too today.
We're
But
trying
we
to
did
go
a lot
earlier,
earlier.
guys. We're trying to get our life in order, okay?
Yeah.
We have a lot. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We have this thing about us to where, like, go to church to search.
Yes.
Hey, we got the Bible right here. We don't
Yes.
have to go
I
to
like
church.
that.
We go to church to
Praise
gather.
and to
gather.
gather. Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically,
What does that mean? Stop asking that. You're such a jerk. No, I'm joking. I shouldn't say that. Maybe y'all.
I love you.
I love you.
Mama, look at this poop.
Awesome. Right, that's disgusting. Please
Did you
delete that.
really take a my
Delete that off of your phone and go.
Brother, you cannot show that on camera. Buy you Robux? Absolutely not.
Ryder, go.
I'll buy you a
now.
Bible. Brother, go send.
Ryder, did you flush that?
There's no greater man born of a woman than John the Baptist. Jesus was born of a woman. Robux. No. No.
Oh my gosh, I don't have the. Oh, I just smeared my makeup everywhere. I don't have the mental capacity for this right now.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
In my entire life, that's the first time that's ever happened.
Robux just $300. Oh,
But I think it's because of my live. He was like, I'm gonna try to do something funny for the live. Like that has to be it.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
there's no way he would have just thought to do that. That's disgusting. Anyways, I can't even focus after that, dude. Apparently Jesus said that before he got baptized.
What?
Apparently he said like John was something. I don't remember reading that, but we can go back and check if we need to. Okay, anyways, back onto what we were talking about. I just got so out of it just then. Okay. Yeah, we should have just bought the Roblox. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't or Robux. He doesn't even play Roblox. We don't like that.
Yeah, so basically, this is Paul's words, right? It's not Revelations, which are actually Jesus' words. You should have just bought Romeo show. Jesus said there is no greater man or a woman. Huh. Mark 14, 51 and 52. What's up with the naked kid in the garden when Jesus got arrested? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're saying some things I've never heard of. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know the Bible better than me? I don't know. Usually we're the ones that are kind of like telling everybody what's in the Bible. Yeah, I need to like look these up.
It sounds pretty sus. You'll probably sooner or later. Good job. Keep it up.
Nice.
Look it up. 14. Mark 14. I gotta put this to the test.
Yeah. Okay. Well, regardless, we're trying to talk about like dead people right now. Okay. Like, if somebody's trying to contact you, right? Let's just say like little things are happening in your house. Let's pretend like your house is certified haunted. Little things are happening where like you're getting some scribbles on a paper.
Wait, what? What is this?
What is this?
This is Mark 14, 50 and 50 through 52. Well, 51, 52. Now a certain young man, and this is when Judas was betraying him. Now a certain young man, wearing nothing but a linen cloth, was following them. They caught hold of him, but he left the linen cloth behind and ran away naked.
What?
I think this is...
Who is that?
What is this?
I've never heard this. I've read... Is this Mark?
This is Mark, yeah.
What? No way. What is that? Did I just like... No way I just overlooked that.
What?
I thought he was totally
Dude,
trolling.
the Bible has so many...
Like
so
Easter
many
eggs?
Easter eggs, man.
What? No way. I have to go see that. Who said that? Who said that? What's their name?
Gadfly.
Dude, what? I've never heard this. Okay, no, there is some stuff in Mark I haven't read apparently. Wow. Well, that was my lesson of the day. Like, you need to go read Mark. Who is it?
It says it's most likely Mark the author.
So he just had to throw that in about himself?
Yeah, so basically this happens at 4 a.m. in the public park. So it is because Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray, right? And Paul, John, and well, basically all the disciples are with him, but like right next to him is Paul, John, and James, right? The two brothers. I'm sorry, Peter, John, and James. And then they all had to run whenever Jesus got arrested because they were going to arrest them too. Basically, Jesus was like, leave these men, do not touch them, just arrest me. And then they said arrest everybody. So they had to run away to avoid persecution, essentially. So Mark was doing the same thing. But yeah, that's crazy. I guess I completely overlooked that.
Yeah.
This is what it says. It said many scholars believe that this passage is a symbolic representation of Mark himself fleeing from Jesus' arrest, perhaps as a way of acknowledging his own abandonment and fear during the events in Gethsemane.
I still don't see it.
Mark is the only one.
What is...
51, 52. You come.
Did it say a boy though, or did it say...
Right here. One young man following behind.
Alright, let me read it. Jesus asked them, am I in some dangerous revolutionary that you come with swords and clubs to arrest me? Why didn't you arrest me in the temple? I was there among you teaching every day, but these things are happening to fulfill what the scriptures say about me. Then all his disciples deserted him and ran away. One young man following behind was clothed only in a long linen shirt. So it says a shirt.
Oh, so they tried to grab Mark too, but he escaped naked.
When the mob tried to grab him, he slipped out of his shirt and ran away.
Wow.
The things you do for Jesus, right? You run away in a forest naked.
All the Gospels were anonymous and written long after Yeshua. So it wasn't long after Yeshua,
Yes.
but it was...
Who said this? Who knows all us about the Bible and
It's
Jesus.
exactly.
There we go.
Yes, I like
Okay.
it. So yeah, why did John the Baptist baptize Yeshua? It's because John the Baptist was sent as a messenger to spread the word about the Messiah beginning his ministry, so that whenever the Messiah was going to start his ministry, he had to be baptized by the messenger, which was John.
And John actually said, "Why are you being baptized? You don't need to be baptized." And he was like,
He
"No,
didn't
I
even
am."
know. He didn't even know that part. John didn't even know why Jesus had to be baptized by John, because this was a plan solely by God.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
So Jesus, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So now let me tell you something. Getting back on point, I like how you took us off point.
Yeah, and then he
yeah,
threw in the
I'm
Yeshua
not
a little
even
bit
mad
there.
at you
I
for
like
I
that.
appreciate that. Much
Okay,
love.
that was good.
So moving back to the dead, right?
Yeah.
This is something we learned about. We spoke on it last night. We learned about it in our Bible study. But if you read the whole thing, right? If you read the whole thing, it's so much more like open. So listen. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18. We do not want you to
Wait,
be
he says something else. John was baptizing for repentance of Yeshua and kept bringing John to baptize.
So yeah, he was doing it to repent, but because Jesus was leading his ministry and leading himself as an example that everybody should follow, right?
Yeah.
So for him to be
A good example. He
for
had
him
to get baptized.
like,
Yeah.
so say you have somebody leading a church and they're not even baptized, they're not
Yeah.
even saved, right? You don't want to go listen to them because they're not truly saved under God, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he was doing it to show the people the importance. Oh, Jesus did this, so I need to do this.
Yeah. Like, because basically Jesus could have like moved mountains.
Where
too,
did you
but, like,
hear about 13 of Paul's books were forgeries? Where did you hear that? This man is like a Bible conspiracy theorist.
Hey, I used to be one too. I didn't get into all that. Now there was one thing about a boy one time that I thought was a little odd. I didn't know what it was,
What?
but that was when I was in my conspiracy mode.
What?
And it was
Hey,
something about.
1.1K on TikTok, let's
Hey,
go!
thank you so much, big hearts. I'm gonna need my bell. I'm gonna get my bell.
No, I'm not missing
Should
the
I?
point. I'm saying God
Yeah.
chose to be baptized in front of everybody that John was speaking to, because he was doing it so that they would follow his footsteps, because he was like, I want you to be baptized, right? Because some people look at it and they're just like, God didn't do this, so why do I have to be baptized? Yeah. And Jesus lived a sinless life, so realistically, written in Greek for the Greeks. So the New Testament was written in Greek because that is the language that was around during that time. So the Romans had taken over Jerusalem and Galilee and Judea and all that. So Greek was their language. So the only people that could read or write or were able to buy stuff like that were reading. The only Hebrew that was around at that time was the Torah, which was the Mosaic Bible in that time. You know what I'm saying? The Torah. So they had to write in Greek because they were under Roman government. Okay, so that's why that is the case, everybody. But so yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with forgeries. You're saying they were Greek, but you even have. You just said there's none greater than John. He followed John. Maybe no human greater than John, because what human, even in those times, would actually go live in the wilderness? And John lived a sinless life as well. I mean, you would think. It didn't say anything about that, but just considering the conditions he was living under, I mean, he likely lived a sinless life just like Jesus as a messenger. Was Jesus human? I mean, I think his body was human, yes.
Jesus was God.
Jesus is God. But
If you want to say he was reincarnated as a human, you can. I'd try to steer away from that word. But yeah, you could say that. Jesus is God. There is one God, right? And it's Jesus.
He was born, yes, he was born to Mary, yes. So therefore, the body was a human.
Yes. Yeah. So, but what was the question? What were we talking about with death?
John said he was the only begotten son, yes. Yes.
Yes, begotten, like came here for a reason. Yes. But anyways,
But seriously, this right here, 13 through 18, 1 Thessalonians 4, it explains it, right? So, we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers and sisters, concerning those who are asleep, so that you will not grieve like the rest who have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again in the same way through Jesus, God will bring him those who have fallen asleep. For we say this to you by a word from the Lord. We who are still alive at the Lord's coming will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep, for the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, and with the archangel's voice, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ and will rise first. The dead will rise first when Jesus has his second coming. And then...
What is this, Thessalonians?
Yes. And then we who are still alive, who are left...
That was Carter and Ryder who said that. Well, you just saw Ryder. He took a picture of his feces and came to show you guys, which is the first time he's ever done that. It's actually
honestly, yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That was gross.
But it says that we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with him in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we will always be with the Lord. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. So when you die,
do not come in here and show anything to anyone.
Ooh, he's got a Kool-Aid.
Okay, you can show a Kool-Aid. Yeshua said the apocalypse happened in a lifetime. In a what lifetime?
Shout out, Gabe. Okay. He said it would happen in his disciples' lifetime. Name the scripture where he says that.
We try to give you guys a shout out. If you say that you liked and sub,
You're
so
taking,
please make sure you like
you're taking some words for an interpretation that is wrong. So, no.
You can come sit on my lap.
Go sit on your mommy's lap. Yeah, name the scripture because that's not true.
Okay, Carter's gonna read the Bible with us today.
But I will tell you, it's true, just like Paul said it. So,
you know our phone number, you can give us a
so
call.
No, honestly, Paul did say, then we who are still alive, who are left, will be caught up together with him in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will always meet the Lord. And you're saying that, by him saying that, no, dude, bro, right here, bro. Okay.
What did he say before that? Stop saying it's not true. We need to make sure we're fact checking things before you just say it's not true.
Because he's taken the word as a interpretation. Tell me where. Tell me where.
What did he say?
He said Jesus said that the apocalypse would happen during his disciples' lifetime.
No, because he literally was telling each one of them how they would die.
Yeah.
We
I don't
don't
have
just
the King
read James. We have NIV on our phone.
I actually have NIV, New King James,
Silly
Christian
boy.
Standard.
Carter said join my FaceTime.
Bro, we're all over the place.
Carter, someone was talking about you.
What Bible do you read, Gad, please?
Yeah, tell us. We'll read that version.
Who's Carter?
Your Carter said, can I FaceTime? You can FaceTime Ryder's phone. I don't know where his phone is. I don't know if Carter's even on here. Here, go FaceTime Carter, because you're dripping juice on me.
Here, take this phone with you. Thank you. What Bible do you use, Gad, please?
Okay, let's get into the actual question that we were talking about. I mean, we can just look it up. Like, did Jesus say? That's so easy. You can just look it up.
He said, surely you will still be standing when the apocalypse happens. Read Septuagint. What is that?
The apocalypse.
Okay. Can you guys hear us?
Okay.
Hello, Sandra.
Hey, Sandra. Okay.
Thank you, Sandra. Big hearts. I hope you had a great Easter as well. Thank you so much.
What's up?
What? What did you look up?
Yeah, so the destruction of the temple would happen, yes, along with other events described in the preceding verses, and it was sort of like an apocalypse, I guess, if you want to say.
And that was in Emperor Nero's reign.
And the temple was destroyed shortly after Jesus' passing.
Holy cow,
so
why
yes.
is my hair so curly?
So that's why we shouldn't say, no, that's not true, because, like, obviously he has a reason that he's saying that, so we need to keep an open mind to what people are saying. So yeah, what occurred within the lifetime of those who were alive at the time of Jesus' teachings. And yes, those who were alive at the time of Jesus' teachings did experience sort of like an apocalyptic time period, if that's what you mean. They actually had to go into hiding, and they were like basically on the verge of being killed.
What do you mean Nero 666? What do you mean? Are you saying he's the devil? So you're relating Revelation and Jesus' second coming to Emperor Nero and burning in the great fire and all that. That's what you're doing?
Well, it says someone will come back and claim to be Jesus, and they will be the Antichrist, the spirit of the Antichrist. So yeah, someone will.
Yeah, but so when the Antichrist comes back, how long will the Antichrist reign be before Jesus' second coming back? Because Jesus essentially comes back and goes to
I
war
know,
with the
this is
Antichrist.
like really interesting what he brought up.
What?
Like just the. Yeah.
This is the whole thing your cousin was talking about.
Yeah. Sorry guys, just reading.
Rome is a city of 7 hills. About that time.
Oh, whoops, I accidentally went to this. Well, I mean, was his second coming when he died, resurrected, and then came back to see everybody?
No, his second coming is after he resurrected in Revelation for the final time.
Well, it says the second coming will take place. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's what this is, but this says his second coming will take place before all his followers have died, and technically he did have a second coming. He came down.
No, bro, we
and
follow
seen
the whole
all
Bible.
But yeah,
We love Jesus.
we haven't looked into the Mormon book because it's not in the actual Bible.
Why would we
but-
do that?
but not. Listen to what your heart says. Spend time with family and friends. We are never promised tomorrow.
I love that,
Oh,
Sandra. Thank you, Sandra.
I love the encouraging comments Sandra always comes in here with. She's just great.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to let this hair go.
Yeah.
I hate these
I'm sorry, you
guys.
guys can't really see y'all still on TikTok.
It's okay. They don't
Okay.
want to see this.
I'm just confused why
So you're waiting for third
have I not
coming. Explain.
read
Explain third coming.
all of Mark. You've read all of Mark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have. When Jesus wanted me to
I
read the
know,
Bible, he
no, I
led
can't go
me
to the barber. I'm
to-
letting it grow. It's gonna be okay eventually. It's gonna be okay
He
eventually.
led me to the end of Mark, beginning of Luke.
There you go. No, his second coming has not already happened. She was asking if that's what
Yeah, I
she
know. I was just saying, are you saying that's what happened? Now I do know he's gonna come again. I'm just saying, like, are you like referring it to that time when he did come to see all his disciples again after he had died?
So,
Can you talk to dead people?
I don't believe you can.
I don't think you
I
can.
don't think you can.
So Samuel, when they talked to Samuel and he was dead,
Why does God curse a fig tree out of season? To show them his power.
but also he was hungry. But you know.
he cursed it to show that he does not only bring blessing, he also brings curse.
Yeah, but obviously he didn't curse like a whole land. He just cursed a little tree.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying he was just giving an example.
Yeah. It's like, why did he not just raise the mountains when he was being crucified? It's like, why didn't he do a lot of things? It's like, obviously he was fulfilling prophecies. That's sort of like when Judas was like saying, well, why don't you just, show your power, just save yourself, it's like everybody wanted him to save everybody and be the king, but that was not what.
No, we are Christians, we do not follow Mosaic law. Let me ask you this, Gathleen, where is your faith? Okay, because faith is the root of everything. It's the root of literally everything. Even your life.
The laws given by
lives.
God to the Israelites through Moses. Yes, we do follow the Mosaic law.
Mosaic law is just OT.
Yes, we follow
Mosaic
that.
law is just what
Yes,
the
we are
Jewish.
Jewish. Yes.
So we follow that, but we are Christians.
I follow Jesus.
What are you saying?
I follow Yeshua.
Matthew had him going to Egypt and Luke to Jerusalem. So when Jesus was born, he had to go to Egypt for a short period of time to flee from King Herod from killing all the babies. Then whenever King Herod died, he moved up to Jerusalem to Nazareth. Oh, I'm good.
Sips water aggressively.
No, there's ice in there. There's ice. You like my spring cup?
Jesus affirmed he didn't come to abolish the Mosaic law, but to fulfill it.
You're typing like you're typing this stuff in. You're like, I came across Christians. What are some hard answers or questions I can ask them? No, you can't own people. Deuteronomy was literally written like 3,500 years ago. Okay, so it's like, no, we do not live in that anymore. Just because.
What do you mean?
It's not the right
I
thing.
don't always agree with everything Austin says. Just so you guys
So
know.
you're saying you can own people?
Huh? No, I'm not saying that.
So
But
you're
you do
saying
own
we should
things.
sacrifice animals?
No, but do you own animals? And do they get used as slaves? Yes.
He said people.
Okay, but that still references to other things that are happening today.
No, he said
The
Deuteronomy.
Bible is constant. Like, what do you mean? You can't just say it doesn't.
Yes, but you can't go by just the Old Testament and then completely disregard the New Testament, because the New Testament answers for things that happened in the Old Testament that weren't necessarily
But I don't
humane
only go by the New
or
Testament
the
either.
moral
Leave the Old
thing to do.
Testament out. I like
No,
to do
you
both.
take the Old Testament, Yahweh, God is Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You can't. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, it was written 1,500 years ago, so slavery back then was a completely different thing of what it was when it was abolished.
Yeah, but it still relates to today and how animals are still in captivity and being used in that way. Like, not everything is free yet.
No, it's not. But I mean,
Yeah, so it still relates. How we think that we can just own things. I mean.
but I'm not saying that is the moral thing or the biblical thing to do. It is not biblical to have slaves. Okay.
No, it's not biblical, but it does still relate to today's age.
How does this keep getting over here? It's in the camera.
But you can't even see you on TikTok, babe.
It's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've like totally been not checking TikTok's comments. I hope you guys haven't
I don't
said
think there's been anything.
Okay.
It is biblical.
Yeah.
It
is. It is. Honestly, we had a sermon about that. We had a sermon literally about our pastor was saying like, okay, well the Bible says you can have slaves in it, so should we have slaves? And then it's like, no, obviously it's teaching about how to take care of things that you own. It doesn't necessarily have to be people or living beings. It's saying that you treat your things with respect, and people that you have under you, working for you, you treat them with respect, and that they should treat the master with respect as well. So obviously, do you go to work? Do you need someone to pay you money? Okay, well, you're a slave to that boss, you're a slave to that money. So
So
that's
you're just
keeping you
saying that's a
under
bigger
chains.
picture now. I like that.
That's what our pastor was saying. So everything, like you still own things, like that, like or you are still owned by other people, like contractually or however you want to say it, right? So take the word slave out and then put it into your everyday life. So you know that still exists today. Like everything that the Old Testament says is not like to be thrown out.
No, but that's not what I'm saying, though. That's not what I'm saying.
I know, but certain things, you can't say certain things are thrown out.
There
Like,
are
obviously,
certain things, like you said earlier, like Jesus didn't come to completely throw out the Old Testament like logic.
yeah, he
right?
came to add to it and
Take some things away and add to it.
Let's read it. Let's just
Read
read it.
it.
I'll read it. I'll read it, Austin.
Ew.
No, I'll read it.
Are you
Deuteronomy.
angry? You sound angry.
No, I'm not angry. I just like want to make sure we're keeping an open mind. Let's start at 20. That area was considered. Oh, if you guys want to read along with us on TikTok or on YouTube, we're in Deuteronomy 2:20. That area was once considered the land of the Rephaites who had lived there. Though the Ammonites, called the Zamanites, they were also as strong and numerous and tall as the Anakites. Okay, so basically, some people are bigger and better than others. Okay, but the Lord destroyed them so that these people could occupy their land. Okay, so they were bigger. The Lord took them down so that these other people could take the land. He had done the same for the descendants of these other people that live there. For he destroyed these people so that they could settle in their place. The descendants of that were to live there that day. Okay, a similar thing happened when they invaded and destroyed who had lived in villages
Yeah,
in the
she's
area
cool.
of Gaza.
He said 22, you're reading 2.
Huh?
He said 22.
Yeah, I'm reading 20.
Deuteronomy 22.
Yeah, I'm reading 20 down. I said we're going to start at 20.
22.
No, I'm not reading 22. I'm reading 2.
He said 22.
Oh, I thought it was 2:20.
Uh,
Oh, we're reading 22. Oh, let me finish what I'm reading. Okay, so yeah, things happened. He gave him land. Moses continued. The Lord said, "Now get moving across the." Oh, so this is like Moses' day and age. Okay, we're talking. Begin to occupy the land. Okay, beginning today, I will make people throughout the earth terrified because of you when they hear reports of you. Okay, so we're reading 22. So that was kind of just displaying Moses' power. Okay, so now we're in 22. 22 what? 2? Okay, so we started at 22. Okay, if you see your neighbor's ox or sheep or goat wandering away, don't ignore your responsibility. Take it back to its owner. If its owner does not live nearby or you don't know who the owner is, take it to your place and keep it until the owner comes looking for it. Then you must return it. Do the same if you find your neighbor's donkey, clothing, or anything else your neighbor loses. Don't ignore your responsibility. If you see that your neighbor's donkey or ox has collapsed on the road, do not look the other way. Go and help your neighbor get it back on its feet. A woman must not put on men's clothing, and a man must not wear women's clothing. Anyone who does this is detestable in the sight of the Lord your God. If you happen to find a bird's nest in a tree or on the ground, and there are young ones or eggs in it when the mother is sitting in the nest, do not take the mother with the young. You may take the young, but let the mother go, so that you may prosper and enjoy a long life. Interesting. When you build a new house, you must build a railing around the edge of its flat roof. That way you will not be considered guilty of murder if someone falls from the roof. Is that like gutters?
Oh.
You must not plant any other crop between the rows of your vineyard. If you do, you are forbidden to use either the grapes from the vineyard or the crop. You must not plow with an ox and a donkey harnessed together. You must not wear clothing made of wool and linen woven together. You must put 4 tassels on the hem of the cloak with which you cover yourself on the front, back, and sides. 4 tassels. Okay. So which one are we supposed to be reading?
I don't know.
Just what did
You
he
just
say?
said 22.
Okay, well I just read 22, or are we continuing on?
I don't know.
Quite long.
I don't know. I didn't see what part of 22 were you talking about that says something about slavery. Gatley.
I mean, well, the next goes into sexual purity. So maybe let's save that. And then let's go on to
Yo, what's up?
yeah, the rest of it's just sexual purity stuff until it gets to 23. So I didn't see anything. Was that about slavery? I didn't see that part.
The answer to the question of today's live is
No.
no.
You cannot
Read
contact
it.
the dead.
What part? We just
Yeah, I read it.
There's still a good part, and it's all about sexual
purity.
immorality or purity or whatever.
Yeah. But I know that there is stuff about slavery. So
Serve our slaves. What part does it say anything about servants?
didn't say that on this. Does yours say different? So I just read it, Deuteronomy 22. It goes from like here to like, and then it starts into sexual regulations for sexual purity, and then it does that until like basically until chapter 23. It goes all the way to like chapter 23. Nothing switches. It's all about adultery.
I don't see the word servant in here at all.
Yeah, it was like about adultery and like all that stuff.
Did you mean to? Oh wow.
Yeah.
There's
What is
nothing.
this? What does this mean?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
What is?
What did they say? They were saying something else. I'm sorry, you guys. We were just like reading random stuff today. This is
We're
kind of
on the
fun.
right path. Thank you, Gatley, for
Thank you.
that affirmation. We appreciate you and your questions today. They definitely spiced it up.
Yeah, I honestly love it. You should come back and give us more stuff to look up because that's kind of fun.
I like the questions.
I-
I like the
Yeah,
questions.
I've been honestly wanting like more controversy. That's why I don't want Austin to like shut you down because I want you to like keep
Questions are a
coming
good
with
thing.
it.
You're absolutely right. They
They
are.
are.
I think
They're
my
really
tone of voice makes Marissa think that I'm fighting with people.
No, you're not fighting with them. No, I'm not saying you're fighting with them. You're just like getting irritated because you don't have all the answers. But like,
I'm
guys,
not
we don't
irritated.
have all the answers. Sorry, not irritated, but you're just like, I don't want to say the
I
wrong
don't know,
word.
Marissa's just like, he's closed-minded about the Bible.
No, but like Austin is very like set in stone about like his belief. If he has a belief, he's very set in stone, which isn't a bad thing. But like I feel like
So
I'm
my
more
belief of
open-minded.
that slavery is morally okay because it's biblically okay because it says it at one point in the Bible is incorrect.
What do you mean?
So if it says anything in the Bible, that means it is biblical and it is okay to do.
That depends. Are you
That
relating
doesn't
it to?
depend.
Are you relating it to everyday life, or are you relating it to like
Relating
what
it
it actually says?
To any time.
If it's a rule related to your everyday life, and follow it. If it's a commandment, then follow it. I don't think it commands you have slaves. But I mean, I could be wrong. Either way, I mean, everybody does have modern day slaves. Like everybody gives you a job and makes you work for it if you want to live. I mean, we all have to work to live. So, I mean, that's modern day slavery. Like we can't just wake up and go lolly gaga everywhere we want. Like I mean, we can't just like everybody gives you something to live off of.
I see.
But they really, like, they're working though. Like, everybody has to work. So, like, yeah.
Apologetics. I see what you mean. Okay. Marissa's,
Like, technically, take away the money aspect, we're not getting paid, right? We have to do it to live. So, like, we're not technically getting paid money, right? Like, you could work a dead-end job your whole life. You're not really getting paid because all your money's just going to your rent or you're buying your needs with credit cards. So like you could technically work just to meet your basic necessities.
Look, for
like
my
you're
own
working
for my
to
own
live.
sake, Gadfleet, I'm going to be taking a class in apologetics soon. But I appreciate you regardless, and I just want you to know that Jesus is
Wait,
the
he had
way.
another interesting question. You want
Jesus
to know
is the way.
Jesus is the way. Yeah, Jesus is the way.
Yahweh. Wait, what? Say
Yahweh
that
was
again.
called to Satan and Job. Did Job have free will? Yeah.
What do you mean? Did Job have free will? I think he did. What do you mean? He did have free will. That's why whenever God took everything from him, or God let Satan take everything from him, he basically blamed God.
Yeah. Yeah, I had free will.
Yeah.
Alright, well, where do you go? We do love you guys so much. And
Yes.
I want you to come back. I love all your questions. They're super fun and I like to
Hey,
dissect
I like
the Bible.
researching. Okay.
Austin does too, yeah, he's really good at it. And I think that's just like, I've been like waiting for this to become like controversial, and I think Austin just comes on here and he's like peaceful, love, rainbows, butterflies, and I'm always like wanting it to be a little bit more than that. So not controversial in a way that's like bad, but controversial in a way that I can like actually get answers to some of my questions. Like last night, you should have been here. We were asking questions about and I really wanted the answers about like what happens after death. Like we were like really trying to get the answers to that. So that would be kind of cool if you wanted to go back on that live and
I
kind of
think
like see what we
after
were
we
going.
die, nothing happens until Jesus comes back.
Wow, you actually think that?
It's what it says. It's what it says.
Like nothing happens with our bodies, obviously, but like what do you think happens with like our soul?
Our souls, nothing happens.
Oh, well, it says they return to God. Like it says our spirit returns to God. I thought you were just saying that you did think that.
It says he will
I mean, I
descend
thought
from
that
heaven with a
last
shout, and the dead in Christ will rise first.
Yeah, their bodies.
What bodies if they're decomposed?
Yeah, they form back together and like they rise. What do you mean?
That's gonna be awesome. Dude.
Yeah, they form into like their.
Just imagine people living that in those days. They're just like.
They form into their like their best like body, like their best.
That's gonna be cool.
Their best. So yeah, like a child that died at like 3 years old would be like in their good age.
What's that?
I don't know. Whatever that would have been for them. But anyway, I thought you said that you thought that
You need the body to resurrect.
the body comes back. But like we were discussing about, are you like, does your spirit return to God? And are you like a part of that until you, I mean, it says your spirit will return to God when you die. So I thought that's what you were saying. Like, obviously we have no idea what's going on here with our families or our earthly things. But I thought you said our spirits will like return. Is that not what you said?
What? Their spirit.
Yeah, I thought you said like we were like gonna be with Christ. Like you were like,
Our
Christ
souls
died.
will, but yes, we will not. I don't know if we'll like.
See
Because
you
you gotta
again?
think like there are souls that have not been born yet, you know, and like that are with God. So I don't know if we'll necessarily know that we are with Him.
So you're saying he'll know that we're with him, but we won't.
Yes.
Okay, I can respect that. Well, either way, guys, we're learning the Bible just like all of you are. So if you ever want to come on here and go live with us, we like to read the Bible here and we like to learn a lot. He's been saying a few things. I can't reach all the way over there if you want to kind of see what he was saying. Let's see.
Dottie Thomas was Yeshua's twin. Literally, they said bodies from cemeteries would come out of Greggy Thomas' top. Dottie Thomas was his twin. What do you mean? How was Dottie Thomas his twin?
Who's twin?
Yeshua.
was his twin.
Where are you like getting this stuff from?
It sounds like conspiracy theories, but maybe they're backed up. I don't know. Doubting Thomas Jesus, do that. Just put twin, yeah. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, so he's referred to as the twin, but he's not.
It says, it doesn't explicitly state that Thomas is Jesus' twin brother. The term twin is used in connection with him. So, like, they looked alike. I don't know.
Yeah, Didymus. They call him Didymus, which means twin.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Honestly, I'm liking to learn all this new stuff. Like, I think it's really interesting. I would still like to look up, like, I don't know, a couple of things you were talking about I wanted to, like, get deeper into. So that's why I said come back, and we can actually, like, keep going into it because that's really, like, interesting. We actually have a Bible study tonight at 6:30. And then we had one yesterday with Jehovah's Witnesses. And then, no, we are not Jehovah's Witness, but we do meet with like some religions, and ultimately we came to the conclusion that Jesus is God. We really like felt that in our hearts, and also we just had a lot of factual things to back that up. So that was just really what we ultimately came to, and we kind of left Christianity behind for a little bit to sort of see what we really were feeling like we were called to, you know, into. Like just the Quran, like Jewish style, like and I mean we still are Jewish style because I truly believe that there is one God, and that He came in the form and He gave glory to the name Yeshua. So that's ultimately what we came to. We looked into like Buddhism and things like that. We looked into a lot of different religions, honestly. Looked into like the Wicca stuff, like that kind of thing. I've like experienced like some things with that realm of also stuff like that. So we just we ultimately just decided that was the truth and the life and the way.
This is the way. What is this?
Jude.
Do they give like little things? Victory and Jesus?
Yeah. I'm gonna put the rest of my Bible
I like it.
yeah, things on there. Really like cute.
But yeah, thank you guys
So
for
guys,
joining
this was
today.
so much fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna start doing it this time though. But yeah, thanks for coming here on a random Tuesday afternoon. Most of you guys aren't even out of school yet, so if you are, hi. We're actually leaving, but we appreciate spending time with you guys. We love you so much,
Big
and
hearts
all
for
I want you to know
everybody.
is that we love you. Jesus loves you, and even if you don't care anything about Jesus, you don't know Him, He knows you, and He loves you, and He loves you. He wants to be there for you. Right here. Can you put your hands up to God? Woo! Okay. I don't know. Why couldn't he find someone in the garden?
Easy. Easy, baby.
Why can't you find? Let's read that last question. We're gonna go.
Keep looking.
Why
Yes.
couldn't you find?
I don't know.
Oh, did you read it? Wait, what? Why couldn't God find Adam in the garden? Oh my goodness, He literally could. He wanted them to feel bad. We were literally just talking about this. Why would he look that up? Why did He ask them? Right? He wanted them to tell the truth. Like.
Yeah. Like, where are you? You're at the. No. What do you mean the trash dump?
Wait, what did it say? I
That
missed
hell
it.
is the trash dump in Jerusalem.
Oh, really? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really believe in hell, but I don't know. I have to do more research on that. But I do know that Abraham was being begged to let the beggar, the guy the rich one that wouldn't give the beggar any food or money. I know that he was begging in like a pit of like it was hot, and he wanted Abraham to give him water.
Lazarus and the rich man.
So I do know that depth exists somewhere. I don't know where, but yeah. Hey, we're still learning. But yeah, Come back, follow us. We'll see Austin.
We love
We'll
you
see
guys. Bye.
soon.